Hi, team. This is George. We've concluded our final team assignment. Can you believe it? So we are rolling right along. So just want to remind everybody to finish strong. And I want to talk about teaming just for a minute, especially in the context of being an ID and being a project manager. Teaming is a big deal working within teams. So how you work within a team is very dependent on what needs to happen. There's generally two ways that this happens. You can be a team, and when we say team, that means you work in collaboration, and what comes up is a collaborative product. So you collaborate through the whole thing, through all the way through, and you end up with a product that shows off that synthesis of everyone's ideas and thoughts about the process throughout. That's more like a team where you're synthesizing and bringing ideas together. And then there's working groups, which are you divide up the work and each person does a set of the work. That's considered a working group rather than a team. Now, neither way is the best. They fit certain situations. So I just want you to take a moment to kind of reflect on when it's better to have that synthesis because it takes more time to do that when working as a team. You generally come up with a product with greater perspective and it tends to dive a little bit deeper as opposed to a working group. The advantage to a working group is you get things done quickly, so time has to be in effect there. But along with just divvying out the work, as the project manager, giving each person something to do as a working group, you don't tend to get that perspective and that deeper dive into the material. Sometimes it's not necessary. Quite often, it's not necessarily necessary. Actually, it just depends on the project itself. So what I tend to do is I tend to work closely as a team on the beginning and the brainstorming ideas and things like that. And then once we have everything kind of talked through and discussed, I'll make a decision as a project manager, leader of the team on how we move forward with it. And sometimes it's as more like we turn into more like a working group, but sometimes we stay more collective as well. It just depends on the situation. So take a moment to reflect on situations when this has worked for you. For me personally, small or a working group is excellent when it's something that has to be done quickly and I should say when it's time is of the essence, so it has to be done quickly. This happens in a lot of our smaller classes that we would produce. And then as a team, we built a foreign object damage or a FOD course as a team. And the reason why we had to work together and synthesize that material is because of all the different perspectives that we had to bring into it. So I chose to have our group work as a team when we were building the FOD class because we had to hit so many different perspectives on what that foreign object damage was and things like that, as opposed to like we had it was a forklift class where we just kind of divvied it up. And the big one when we worked as a team was our um, composite course that we built. It was actually face to face, but we needed perspective to be more to get more um, accountability throughout the class and to learn how to engage more people. So the key there for the composite class was engagement. So that's why I chose to run the whole project very team oriented, where it was a lot of collaboration, a lot of synthesis of ideas, because we needed all those ideas in order to, when we deployed the training class, it had to be very interactive and engaging for all employees, not just a subset of employees that like who had 5 years mechanic experience or whatever. It needed to be highly engaging for everyone, from people who had a lot of experience all the way to a brand new person. And that's why we did that. So just take time to reflect difference between a team and a working group. Have a great day.